Hey there, Facebook. It is Vanessa here again, your motivational speaker, trainer, and head coach from Live, Love, Give. And today I have a message for you guys, which is ultimately that it is your pathway to the betterment of this world that is actually threefold. And I really want to dive into what those folds are from my perspective and see how that can ultimately help you on your journey to creating fulfillment in your life. Because at the end of the day, we are not going to feel truly fulfilled as individuals in our lives when we are not feeling as though we are growing ourselves in the areas that most resonate with us and light us up. And at the end of the day, contributing our gifts to the world. If we don't feel like our lives contribute or add value to others in some form, then ultimately we never really feel fulfilled and we always feel like something is missing. And so the reason why, I really like to think of it as threefold is because there are three different aspects that I like to simplify everything into. And I'm somebody who really buys into that 1, 2, 3, too many kind of concept. So I like to simplify things because I think that we can so easily overcomplicate everything in our lives. And sometimes that overcomplication will lead to overwhelm and therefore stop us in our tracks. And then we don't actually grow and we don't actually feel like we're moving forward. We don't feel good. So these three areas that I really love to focus on when I'm talking in terms of getting to a truly fulfilling place where we feel as though, to whatever degree, our life is contributing to the betterment of this world. You know, our betterment becomes the betterment of others and the world as a whole. So those three areas that I want to dive into is number one, I really believe that each and every one of us has to discover what our unique genius is. And we all have one. And the challenge is that we can often miss our own genius. We don't have words behind it. And we can oftentimes kind of undervalue, what our gift is because it comes quite naturally to us and then we kind of assume that everybody else sees that or everybody else is like that, and we're kind of astonished when other people don't have the gift that we have. And so we need to be able to put language to our genius. Our genius is something that puts us in total flow. Our genius is something that absolutely we do better with than most other people. We've all got these different geniuses, and ultimately it's together that we can fill up those blind spots. But there is something that you as an individual has that can help the betterment of another individual or many individuals and the world included. Anytime you better yourself, anytime you help another better themselves, you are ultimately and actively building the betterment of this world. We don't need to look at the huge scale, we need to just look at the impact on the depth and the realness. So with that first aspect of, discovering your genius, that is number one. We then need to go on the journey of unleashing our greatness. So once we know those different parts of ourselves, and I should say that discovering your genius isn't just discovering this innate gift and then that's it. You're just amazing and you're marvelous and, you don't need to work at it. I should have actually said there also, once you discover what your genius is and you put language to it, you've got to also hone your skill in it. You might have the talent, but do you have the skills to be able to really deepen it and deliver it? And so once you've done that, you've identified your genius and you are doing the work to absolutely hone it so that you can be of most value to those around you. You then have to unleash your greatness. And part of unleashing your greatness is giving yourself permission to actually know that you have greatness and that you can give it, and you have to get beyond your childish fears about the judgments and criticisms and opinions of the outside world, like I'm always talking about. And I think yesterday's Facebook Live was, maybe it was a couple of days ago. I've been really talking into just being you and, repelling, being you and authentically authentically you is going to repel some people, but they're the kind of people who don't resonate with the value you have to offer. So good luck to them. They have other people that will add more value to them. But being authentic and unleashing your greatness, is going to totally resonate with the audience that you can most add value to. So you should never, ever, ever be scared of the judgments, criticisms, and opinions of others. They'll go elsewhere, and you really need to, when you step into alignment, you see it for what it is. You see, oh, well, it's not a problem, we can't have everybody loving us. And so that part of unleashing your greatness, so many people, so many beautiful human beings who have so much to offer, they have such genius to add value with, hold themselves back from unleashing their greatness because they are not stepping into courage, and they are absolutely focusing on all that could go wrong as opposed to all that could go right, So definitely that's the second piece. You've got to be able to unleash your greatness. And thirdly, I said it's threefold, that pathway to the betterment of the world from you contributing that. The third one is to give love beyond measure. Love is the greatest gift that we have to give to anybody in the world. You guys are always hearing me talk about the fact that our deepest fears, our deepest innate fears, through no matter where you are in the world, what culture, background, anything sort of that we use to differentiate ourselves, we all have and hold that similarity, that at our core of our fears, our deepest fears, are that we are not good enough on some level. And if we're not good enough on some level, it means that we won't be loved. Then ultimately, the name of the game, what our highest value is, whether we know it consciously or are willing to admit it consciously, is that we are all seeking the depth of love. Realness, love, the ability to give love and receive love, without condition, without restriction, without limitation. And so that is why, if you really want to contribute, if you really want to create a life filled with fulfillment, you not only need to discover your gifts and your genius and unleash your greatness with courage and determination, you also have to give love beyond measure. That is what resonates so deeply with other human beings. That is the bridge that connects us no matter what our differences. And that, to me, honestly, I don't think there's any better feeling than openly just giving love, and for no reason. Just because you feel it, you share it. And I think that is such freedom, and it gives such a beautiful gift to people in your life, because I really do believe that we are, as humanity, I think we're all kind of thirsty for more love, for more appreciation. And it's the one thing that doesn't cost anything, but maybe some people's egos, and they're overvaluing their ego as opposed to valuing the greatest gift that we can ever give to another. With love, with giving love, you inspire the absolute best out of every single person. So I encourage you to absolutely, if you're looking to create a life filled with fulfillment and you want to be growing and contributing, then you need to make sure that you're on the pathway of those three: discovering your genius, unleashing your greatness, and giving love beyond measure. Really, really hope that was valuable to you guys. Just kind of was writing this morning, and I really just felt called to share that. And the reason why is actually, I feel immense gratitude for all of you beautiful human beings across the globe that I've got to cross paths with and get to be connected to. Ever since I stepped fully into my authenticity, there has not been one single day where I haven't had some beautiful person across the globe reach out to me and give me love and appreciation. And every single time that happens, I am just blown away, and I feel deep gratitude. And so I had so much love in my heart. Particularly, yesterday, beautiful Alexandria shared that poem that she said she wrote in my honor, which was just so touching to my heart. And, just this morning, a beautiful human being across the globe who has been following along with some of my messages sent me the most beautiful and profound quote that so deeply resonated with everything that I talk into in terms of love and freedom. And it's little things like that, little pieces of value and thoughtfulness. That's that giving love beyond measure, giving because it feels good and it feels right and you're not holding back. That is absolutely what inspires me at my deepest levels ever. So I'm so grateful for all of you guys out there, and definitely want to check in with you guys. And before I do, if you have any questions or comments or feedback or any little pieces that you want to share with all of us here and bring to the conversation, definitely drop them below now so I can engage with it on this live stream. And if you haven't already, what are you doing? Come on over and join us in the Limitless Potential Inner Circle Facebook community. We are growing every single day. I think we're nearly up to 3,500 beautiful like minds, all stepping up to a new level of their potential. They are definitely growing and contributing. They're definitely on that journey, and they definitely want to help you, support, encourage, and challenge you to that next level of your potential. So I definitely want to check in. So I've got Jolene and Bob and Scotty and Russell and Cindy and Sam, awesome, and Emmanuel, thanks for being here, and Gerardo and Jelma and Don and Stephen and Elliot and Kenneth. Elliot, hello, keep posting each day, loving your dedication. Oh, thank you so much, Elliot. I'm so appreciative that you're finding value in these messages. And Mitchell's here, and Happy New Year to you, Gerardo, and Cheryl's here, and Hassani, awesome. And Stephen, hope you're enjoying the warm weather, 2 degrees above 0 Fahrenheit here in Michigan. Oh my gosh. That sounds real chilly. Yeah, it's going to be 40 degrees Celsius here today in Melbourne. It's really hot. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, like 100 degrees something. I don't know. I'm terrible with that stuff. I refuse to even learn about it. It just drives me crazy. But I love that. And Cinda is here. Awesome. And Tom, love your passion and your belief in your message. Oh, thank you. And thank you so much for being here and sharing that. I appreciate that tenfold, Tom. Thank you. And Sam, I'm loving that you're loving this. And Elliot, great statement. We can't expect everyone to love us. Absolutely. We all try and please people that don't matter or be someone we aren't for all the wrong reasons. Absolutely, Elliot. So I can tell that you would have been resonating if you've watched my last couple of messages, which have been absolutely drumming down on that fact. When we gain love for being somebody who we are not, it always feels empty, and it reinforces to us that our deepest fear that we're not loved for the truth of who we are, so we definitely have to go and I really do believe that the greatest filter for finding the people in your life that you want to give the most love to, and be surrounded by, is to just show up truly authentic. And it has to be your mission in life to identify and clarify the truth of who you are so that you can fully share it and own it. So I love that, Elliot. Thank you so much. And William, oh, much, much love to you. Thanks so much for being here. And Gary's here, awesome. And Sam, so valuable and healing message, so appreciated. And you are so appreciated too. And Jared's here, awesome. And Gary, you are loved and appreciated. Thank you, love the message. Oh, thank you, Gary. And much love back to you there. And Julie's here. And So Rich is here, and Severn, awesome, and Kush, loving that this is resonating, and Ram's here, and Michael, much love to you, and Alina, and Stephen, 40 degrees Celsius equals 104 Fahrenheit. See, wasn't far off. Maybe I do know it. Thanks, Stephen. And Kevin is here, awesome. So guys, really that is my message for you guys. I hope that you come into, this next year, this is a great time of year to just be like really envisioning what we want. And like I say, it's all about the 1, 2, 3 too many. Make it your area, make these your areas of focus. How are you discovering your genius and honing those skills? How are you unleashing your greatness and getting beyond your limitations and fears? And how are you giving love beyond measure? If you focus on those 3 key areas, wow, will your life transform into something truly meaningful and fulfilling to you as an individual. And something that I would definitely love sharing more with you guys. You guys know who've been following me for a while, that I'm always talking about personality psychology. And the reason why I love the framework that I deliver is because it helps you to identify exactly how your brain is wired. It's all backed by neuroscience. And ultimately, that is there are 2 greatest strengths of you in terms of your cognitive functions or your mental processes that you absolutely as an individual tap into and develop most, and they lead to identifying your key genius. So I'm definitely going to be sharing more about that for you guys upcoming this year, but it's pretty in-depth stuff. It's pretty deep. I usually only work with my one-on-one clients with that, but it's just too powerful and it's made too much of an impact in my life and my clients' lives to not find a way to bring it more to the group. So I'm definitely going to be doing that for you guys, absolutely. And last little check-in here, Savern. Hi Vanessa, I follow Robin Sharma and the idea of staying in your own lane. Yeah, absolutely. And I love Robin Sharma's work. That's awesome. And definitely, I think that there's too much one size fits all and what should be most valuable and trying to do it all. And when we can ultimately tap into what our unique genius is and absolutely go, double down on our strengths. I think Gary Vee says that and I just love it. I think he's just so on point. Double down on your strengths and go for it. Stay in your own lane. However you want to term it, there's so many different trains of thought and it can be a big debate topic. But yeah, I'm really resonating with that, particularly when I came across this framework that was just revolutionary for me and knowing that I'm on the right path. And that is such freedom. And awesome, Savan. Thank you so much for sharing that. And Hassan and Alex and Kabsu. And so much love for you and your devotion. Thank you so much, Sam. And likewise. And that really is my message for you guys today. I am absolutely, as always, sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's brilliant. I hope it's not quite as hot as where I am and not quite as cold as where Stephen is. I hope it's amazing wherever you are. And I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. So much love.